Good afternoon. Welcome to Peace Walk. Told you I was going to film a part 2. We're going to start here at the quarter lines, the basils, and a few okras here. Sun is going down. A lot of sunburn back here, South Florida, Zone 10B. This is my bougainvillea. It has a pink one on this side and a purple one on this side. I planted them too close together, and they have been in this area here for about 4 or 5 years now. And we rounded it up like a lollipop and cut it back when the season is over so that it can flush out and produce. In about October, it will produce these beautiful purple pink blooms, and it lasts for months and months. And I throw Epsom salt underneath the root, and another flush of blooms will continue to blossom. So right now we are in dormant season. We are in the middle of August, and this is where we are with this one. And I have a agave plant down there. I mean, we haven't been out here to prune anything. It is extremely hot. It is 102 degrees, and we're just going to show you what we got going on. This quarter line has exceeded over the fence. This is maybe one cluster here that hasn't been scorched. All my quarter lines used to look like this, but for some reason this back part of my piece area haven't been scorched, these particular quarter lines. But as we move down, they've been scorched. I moved this pot here. This is a hanging basket with some wandering Jews in there. It's beautiful. And then behind there is a quarter line. I may be moving that, but it likes it over there. This is the hibiscus plant that I told you guys was over 20 feet tall. Let me step back. I call her Big Red because when I tell you, she is extremely beautiful. I bought this when she was about 1.5 feet tall. She's been by the house, by the patio, and I had to move her over here. And never in my wildest dreams would I have thought she would have gotten this big. I knew she was going to be big because I knew they said they can grow up to 20 feet tall. But here in my garden, I didn't know that would be possible. But I give it a lot of enrichments. I fertilize it and I water her. And she gives off the most beautiful red blooms. I call her Big Red. And last year, she attracted our very first hummingbird. Yes, our very first hummingbird. And I heard that when you start with one hummingbird, they tend to keep coming. Keep coming. Haven't quite caught one this season, but when I saw that one last year, it was between November and December. She visited our garden. So I don't know if that'll be the same one that comes, but I'm hoping she brings her babies, show them what we gave her last year so they can keep coming. That's what someone told me. And here is our mango tree my husband planted, a Hayden mango. It's about 2 years old, so we don't expect any mangoes here at least for another 1.5 or 2 years. We just fertilize it, taking care of it, and hopefully one day it'll bring us some of my husband's favorite mangoes. They're called Hayden. And again, over here I have another batch of cordylions, crontons, and a little patch of strawberries there because I want them to continue growing, and I pushed them back over here so they can be out of the sun because this part of my yard stays hot from about 12 to 6. The sun is beating down over here. And here is another hibiscus. Her name is Pinky. She has been through the storm. I had to start her over from the beginning, and she has some beautiful pink flowers on her, and she's blooming. She likes it over here. I'll call her Pinky. Now this particular side of the garden, the back side of my peace walk, this right here trellis, I was watching a subscriber about it, not a subscriber, I'm sorry. I was watching a lady named Helen H. Plant Base. She's out of Houston, and she did a DIY of a trellis like this. Hers was wider and it suited her needs, but I don't have a much bigger space like her yard. So I asked my husband to do me one a little bit leaner, smaller, and taller. We got the lattice from Lowe's. We got the PVC pipes from Lowe's, the hinges from Lowe's. So the hinges at the top connect the two wood pieces, and we screwed that lattice onto the wood. The goal is to have climbing cucumbers, and I do have some Malabar spinach over there to the left, but baby, the way everything is busted over here, and the way everything is, the heat, so I'm gonna chop all that down, clean this bed out, and hopefully I'll have something to plant there. But right now we're just gonna let whatever's over here grow because nothing is surviving, and I'm not gonna be fighting the heat. So this is August. We're already running through dangerous, extremely dangerous summer months, and this is where we are. I had some cucumbers growing over here. Cucumbers have been growing over here for a couple years now, and they like it here. So I've wanted to give them a stronger trellis. That's why I did the lattice, because I had a arch here, and it didn't make it. It crumbled. I had to use stakes to support it. It just didn't make it. I'm jumping because the lizard just jumped over here. These are some cucumbers. I've never grown cucumbers in containers. I always planted them in the ground. But I was just trying to experiment with something a couple weeks ago. It don't look like nothing's going on, girl. It's just too hot. It's too hot. Too hot. And here are some okra. Okra leaves. Look like they're suffering. Nothing's really coming over here. I transplanted these from one side of the garden over here just to see if I could. And I know it's not good to disturb plants once they're established, but they wasn't doing anything where they were, so I put about 5 over here. Only 2 made it. Looks like this one here. You see this one is struggling, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one up. They wasn't doing anything over there underneath the mango tree, so I said, well, I'll give them a chance. It does look like it's trying to do something. These are surviving. I see some okras forming. So you just never know. So this side of my garden is called Sunny Lane. I broke down my green stalk tower because it was getting too extremely hot, our water bill was extremely high. So we have the irrigation system that comes on around 7 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock in the evening, or whatever time my husband sets it. So I figured if I can make it last, whatever's in here, make it last throughout the summer months, because it's extremely hot. These conditions are terrible. So I do have some strawberries here that's still pushing out, and I have some green beans. That looks like some form of green. I don't know if I don't know what's over there. I'm not even gonna sit here and break my brain. All these will be cleaned out, and eventually it'll be stacked back up. And some green onions over there. I think I have some summer squashes over there. I planted a lot of summer squashes over here, but girl, ain't nothing growing. Ain't nothing growing. Here's a couple of strawberries I can probably pick out of there. They've been real sweet. Real sweet. Yep, still sweet. A little snack. I cut down the oregano. I need to pull all this out. These are dead. Just ain't been out here. It's too hot. But I wanted to get this is some celery that I planted there. I cut it and use it in my dishes. This is a blue flower. I cannot remember the name of this flower, but it blooms blue flowers. It's beautiful. There's some cordyline. There's a mandeville in that white pot. And down there is some bougainvilleas. They're beautiful pink blooms. I trimmed them a hard trim when the season was over. The trellis that they were on, it was demolished. It was an arch trellis made out of that old cheap metal. And this heat, and it was a wrap. It didn't make it. It was barely hanging on. So I just dismantled it, tossed it. And I think what I'm gonna do for these bougainvilleas is just keep them contained in this little area, trim them down, and just let the blooms just take over. I'm not gonna let them arch. And then back there in the back, there's a strawberry patch back there too. I got strawberries everywhere because I'm like, I've watched a video of a girl called Beauty in the Garden, and I watched how she took one strawberry pot and created multiple pots. So I said this season I did that, and I am pleased to know hopefully I won't have to buy any strawberries next season, because I got plenty I'm propagating, and I got plenty of down there. I got plenty in this garden tower. I got plenty in this one. This is one garden tower I just separated so that the sprinkler heads can, the irrigation system can water them, because like I said, we're not going to be watering too much during this droughts, heat, extreme heat. So this will conclude this is basil and strawberry there. I'm gonna get that amended, cut those flower seeds off the basil in this burgundy pot. And we're gonna end this tour. I'm looking for me some okra down here. I'm getting ready to harvest some okra. This is about the only thing I'm harvesting lately. There's nothing else to harvest. So every 2-3 days I come out here and I harvest okra. So before I let you go, let me walk by the AC unit, and we're gonna let you see the okra I'm about to harvest off of Veterans Way. Every part of my garden has a name. I have Sunny Lane, Veterans Way, the Peace Walk, and this is part of Veterans Way. So I'm going to take a second and let you see the beautiful okra that I'm about to harvest again today. There's several okras there, several okras there. There's about 5 there, and it looks like about 2 or 3 back there. These are the Alabama Reds okra, and we're about to harvest some. I have my basket here. I have some scissors, and we're about to get busy. Oh, let me show you this raised bed. I cleaned it out the other day, a little bit, not much. It was so hot. So we're gonna get this soil amended, get it ready for fall. I will probably just grow cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts in here. It's not a big bed. I bought it from Sam's about 4 or 5 years ago. I've moved it back here to get it out of the sun, and I'm gonna see what it does. Before I cut the okra, let me just give you guys a little rundown over here of this is an experimental bed. My whole garden is experimental bed, so it's a hit or miss. This area was just grass. So during the spring, I decided to see what I can grow here in this corner, because it gets shade, it gets sun. So I put some peppers over here, put some celery, put some tomatoes. Not one tomato grew. Celery was on and popping, and it's still on and popping. There's celery there along with some weeds, so don't mind that. But hey, I just want to show you the peppers. The peppers I've been trying to keep from falling. I have peppers. Now, these peppers are so good, and I mean very good, and they have been putting out peppers. I have peppers. Look at there. There's another one there. Let's see if I can get it on. It's hiding in here. Look at there. Peppers there. And then the bell pepper, baby bell peppers are here. These are baby bell peppers I planted, and I planted, I don't know, about 8 plants of different peppers, but they're not hot. I don't do hot peppers. We don't do hot peppers. And if I did get a hot pepper, they would not be for us to be chomping down on. I need to come over here and stake this. I have 2 stakes over here, but those are the little like 3-foot stakes. They're not holding them up good enough. But listen, there's plenty of flowers. Plenty of flowers. Plenty of flowers. So, and the leaves look good. I'm gonna give them some nutrients, give it some water. And girl, they just leaning to the left. They hanging in there. They like this Florida heat. More power to them. Let's get back over here, cut these okra, and let me show y'all. Let me let y'all see me cutting some of these okra. I need my hands to cut them, because let's see if it'll pop. I be watching people pop them with their hand. Let me see if I could pop it. See if it'll pop. Oh, it did pop. Look at it. I heard the snap. I usually bring my scissors. So there we go. Yep, there it is right there. Put it in the basket. Let's see if this one will pop. I have to watch my step. But I do. Okay. Let's twist that off. It didn't pop. Well, look, when I touch these things, they feel wet. Okay, I'm twisting and twisting. Got one hand holding the camera and one hand trying to not break the branch. Not break the branch, Cookie. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest the rest of these, and we'll be back next time with another update. I'll show you guys next time what the hibiscus saria are doing. They're behind me, so I just wanted to give you an update on the peace walk. Have a great day, stay hydrated, stay blessed, and enjoy your summer, because we're burning up out here.